I grew up on a pig farm. My wife and I started our own farm in 2015. These are finishing hogs, so kind of the last stage of hog production. Every export market, not just China, takes export food safety it's incredibly important to each of those markets. In our case, the CFIA has a very robust process. A mistake or fraudulent paperwork was found. They're investigating. It's an ongoing investigation, and my hope is that over time, when we find out what happened, we're going to see those markets open back up. China is a very important export market, and it has grown in significance over the past few years. I think one of the things that's really important to highlight with the Chinese market is, due to differing consumer preferences, it's able to maximize the value of the whole pig. So for instance, a Canadian consumer might like a pork chop or bacon. There are other cuts that come from the pig that the Canadian consumer won't demand that is in high demand in China. So it's a really important market for adding value. Geopolitics are at play here, and pork farmers are not the only ones to be caught up in that. The whole world that was kind of working on liberalized trade is under attack right now, I would argue, and farmers, unfortunately, are being caught in this conflict that's going on around the globe. In my opinion, doing anything ad hoc or knee-jerk quickly is not going to be the best use of public funds. I would prefer us to be prudent, to kind of see how things shake out, and if anything, take all of that political will and really focus it on trying to improve diplomacy with China. I think it would be folly to say that this is a partisanship issue, that say one party would do a better job than another. I think that we need to remember that Canada is a small trading nation. We have a population of 36 million, 37 million people, and this is ultimately something that's going on between two global superpowers, the US and China. That being said, I do believe that missteps have been made by the current government, but I think that they could definitely improve that by, as I mentioned earlier, refocusing on diplomacy, and then also not losing focus on finding alternative markets. We need to figure out how Canadian pork is the preferred product, whether it be Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia, the Philippines, South Korea. That's where we really should be redoubling our efforts to lower that dependency we've created on China.